from the third dimension.
This is 3D or 2D.com's Duh 3D Show.
Put on your 3D glasses now.
If you're wondering what the 3D stand for, they are discussion, debate, and the news. We hope that you enjoy the show. Get it? The show? Hello. This is Adolf, and I have Jake with me.
Howdy, folks.
And we're going to try experiment out right now. And we're going to try to record stuff and on my screen. And let's see how this works out for Duh 3D Show 119. So we are recording this on April 18th, 2024 at approximately 12:10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Things may change by the time you're listening to this or watching this. So give us a break. And we're going to have different news here. Some stuff is old news. Some stuff is new news. It's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Basically just because we still haven't caught up with all the news we haven't talked about. So I guess first off, do you want to talk about the BAFTA iconic video game characters list?
Sure. Not that I have any idea. I mean, I know what the BAFTAs are, but why they have a video game character list is beyond me.
All right. So, do you know the list? Because if you're not, it'll be more fun.
Nope.
Okay, great.
Nope.
So, BAFTA is... What does the BAFTA stand for? British Association...
So, film, TV awards.
Yeah, good enough.
BAFTA stands for British Academy of Film and Television Arts.
Yeah, close enough. It's like the British Oscars and the Emmys all rolled into one.
So they made this list that they put up on the 4th, and it's most iconic video game characters of all time. And so they have done a poll, and they asked these people, 4,000 players from all around the world, and they have to decide who was the best or the most iconic. So, do you want to guess? Go down the list from number 20. Do you want to just guess? You can see the screen, but, I let you guess.
I can't read that.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I want to give you a chance to try to guess it, and I can tell you if you're wrong.
20th? Well, I would say Mario is on that list.
You would be incorrect. It was Nathan Drake as number 20 from Uncharted.
Okay, I'm having to guess these in order.
All right. Just guess the character, and then I'll tell you where in the list it is.
Okay, Mario.
Mario is number 2.
Ah.
All right.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Number 4.
God, I'm trying to remember her name. Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. Number 1.
Yeah. So the breasts win.
The breasts win. Pac-Man number 6. Just kind of round out the top 10 here. Agent 47 from the Hitman, number 3. And I very much disagree with this list. Sackboy from Little Big Planet, number 5. Have you even heard of Sackboy?
Nope. What did Fallout make it?
Fallout is... Well, in fairness, Fallout, the TV show, is a pretty big hit, but Fallout is not even on the 20. And Pikachu is number 12. So Master Chief is at 8, and Link is from 7. So I really think this is a bad list.
Yeah, they just asked a bunch of... Yeah, these are video games. A lot of this stuff, is from my day. So they weren't asking current gamers.
Like, I would put Mario number 1. I would put
Yeah.
maybe Pikachu number 2.
Hmm. Yeah, and I doubt Rampage made the list.
No. Sonic number 3.
Yeah.
Pac-Man number 4. Um, and I would.
I have Miss Pac-Man. I would have below Pac-Man.
So, like, Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, I haven't played it, but I heard it's a great game. Doesn't deserve to be in
And
the top.
I would have Angry Birds.
Yeah. So this list is all sorts of messed up, and it's like, really? Really? I mean, okay, look, Last of Us, I heard great things about it, but top 20? I don't know, man. No.
Well, it's become a TV show, so it's wild, and a very good one, so it's wildly popular. I mean, I don't really play that many games anymore. I mean, I do like Among Us, even though I suck at it.
And like Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3, that just came out last year. And that's a top 10? Come on.
Okay.
Sackboy from Little Big Planet? I don't think so. I wouldn't put that in the top 20. Little Big Planet is not that popular of a game. And it's a cool character design, but it's not really someone. It's not. I don't remember the last time one of those games came out. It's been a couple years.
Well, maybe the 4,000 people they interviewed across the globe, 3,000 of them were in Britain.
So, obviously we're not super a gamer podcast, but considering it's with BAFTA, this is going to be something that executives at different movie studios will see and be like, oh, let's make movies off of this. And let's make, content off of this. And obviously, Lara Croft has had movies. And the last one was 3D, or was it? I don't forget.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Walton Goggins was the villain.
Mario obviously made a movie last year. Hitman, I think Hitman has had a movie. But, I mean, it's such a...
Hitman's had movies. But there's lots of things called Hitman, so I don't know if it's the game or...
It's just a generic kind of term.
Yeah, and Nathan Drake's had a movie. Tom Holland.
Pac-Man hasn't have a movie yet, which I don't know how the hell you even do that.
Well, unless you want to count pixels.
And, Halo does have a Master Chief as a TV show. So,
yeah.
God of War would be a really good movie. That's a really good lore and really cool graphic story.
Mm-hmm. And technically Injustice has had a TV show because that's what Zack Snyder based his version of Justice League on.
So these characters, you could imagine them, the ones that have not been or not, you can imagine them being part of movies or TV shows because this is how Hollywood kind of thinks. That you would hope that they would hire somebody that knows about games before they greenlight a game. But, this kind of list is the kind of thing that you could preview in the next 4 or 5 years. Oh, we'll make a game based on Little Big Planet. It's number 5 on the list. It beats out Link from Zelda. There's no way in hell I could imagine Little Big Planet movie being outgrossing Zelda movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, I understand Solid Snake, Minecraft, Pikachu, all that makes sense. Crash Bandicoot, some of these make sense, but some of them, it's like, really, a guy from Yakuza, the Japanese, crime game, which from what I hear, it's a cool game series, but it's not anywhere. It doesn't belong in the top 20.
Yeah.
And I don't think they could legally make a Yakuza movie. But that's just, I'm not a lawyer, so I wouldn't want to touch that. I mean, with a 100-foot pole. So, because there's a real life Yakuza, and you don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, they're going to want to cut.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for that one. So next up, we got some information on the new Superman movie.
Woohoo! It's about time there was some movement.
So here is the logo. What do you think?
But since Superman is pretty close to his copyright expiring, I imagine they want to trademark something I don't think modern trademark would fly with just a standard S and a shield. And it looks like they are taking the Kryptonian serious, the symbol being hope. I mean, it was kind of silly that an S in the English alphabet would mean hope on Krypton. So this makes sense.
I don't like it that much.
It doesn't read as an S to me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But it's not supposed to. Yeah, so I can't, because he's Superman's known as Superman because of the symbol on his chest looked like an S.
And this is a stretch to make that look like an S.
Yeah.
Now, this is the logo, but the actual, super zoomed in cropped version is here. This looks better, but still, you see
it? This has some stuff on it that has a resemblance to a S of sorts.
Yeah, so like the red is like making a S kind of thing instead of the yellow, which is, it's okay. I guess when you seeing it here in this actual picture, because they already started filming it, it looks okay, but I still want my more iconic S. I know what that is. Instead of, I understand what you're saying though. I agree that they want to make it look alien, different, and they don't want it to,
and they want something trademarkable.
So, the movie actually has an official title. Remember you complained about this recently.
Yep.
And
I thought Superman Legacy was stupid as fuck. I mean, if you're starting over, Legacy is nostalgia. It's a look to the past. It's a continuation. It's not a new beginning. It's not starting over.
So, they listen to you, Jake.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm so sure that James Gunn is on needles and pins on my opinion.
So, yeah, James Gunn hopefully listens to the show. If so, we definitely would love to have a 3D screening of it. If you're listening, Jake and I would love to fly to LA, and get free screening to it. Right, Jake? You'd be happy to do that? If they
sure.
Warner Brothers pays for hotel, room, board, and food? Yeah. We'll be happy to do that.
Well, no in LA will be in a tent.
So
outside the studio.
So, it's now officially just called Superman. Period.
Smart.
No the Superman, like the Batman, or Superman returns again, or Superman is back, or anything like that. Just Superman. Period.
Well, the movie theater marquees are just going to say Superman anyway, so it was a smart move.
And you could think, oh, wait, are people going to get confused with the 1970s Christopher Reeve Superman? They won't. You know why, Jake?
Why?
It's so simple. That movie is Superman, the motion picture.
Badump.
So this is actually different. So it's just Superman. So that way you don't have to worry about Superman 2025 or versus 1979. Yeah.
Close enough.
78, I think. Yeah, around there. So yeah, they're filming it and it looks good. And I trust James Gunn completely. I think he knows how to make good movies, and if Guardians Galaxy 3 is any indication, he knows exactly what he's doing. Because I thought that might be one of my favorite MCU movies in the last 6 years.
Yeah, it was good.
So,
and the Christmas special wasn't bad either.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good.
Hmm.
So I completely trust them, and the Suicide Squad is definitely a lot better than Suicide Squad.
Well, I don't blame David Ayers for that. He had the movie taken away from him and cut horribly. And someday we might get to see Ayers' version, what he actually made.
All right. So hey, that's I don't know if it's 3D or not because Warner Brothers has been really all over the place if it's a 3D movie or not.
Yep,
Um,
exactly. Yeah,
so
like Dune 1 was 3D and Dune 2 wasn't. I mean, what the hell?
But Gunn definitely every single movie he's done recently has been in 3D. So I don't know if that's a Marvel thing or a Disney thing, but he definitely does appreciate 3D, and I think he does a pretty good job in his movies. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna assume for now it is. All right. So let's keep on going here. So we got some news on. Uh, recently they had a CinemaCon
Yep.
and CinemaCon. Let me get that up here. Um, is an event they have each year, and in I think usually in Vegas, and they usually kind of show off different stuff that's happening. And like if you're actually there, you get to see these clips of movies and stuff. But if you're not there, you don't actually get to see those clips or anything until later. But it has made news, and so,
Hmm.
so some of the news that they mentioned. Is that Captain America? They showed a clip from Captain America: New World Order, and that clip they showed Harrison Ford, President Harrison Ford, talking and is saying he wants to get the Avengers reassembled. What are your thoughts on that? Now, I have a AI a rendering of what that could potentially look like, since obviously we don't have a picture of that. So that is an AI rendering of Harrison Ford talking to Captain America,
Oh, Jesus.
and looks like a battle Baba.
Oh, Jesus.
you know, uh, make
Uh,
anyway. How do you feel about that idea of a nugget of a movie for Captain America and that he's going to redo the Avengers?
cool.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, who is going to be around for the Avengers? I guess is a good question. Next follow up question, because Thor.
I mean, I don't know. Uh, this is very similar to a storyline in the comics with Norm Osborn. He just got a bunch of supervillains, and he just changed. Like Bullseye became Hawkeye, and Moonstone become Mocking. They just took on heroic identities. I don't know if they're going to do anything like that, or they're going to actually get people who were in the Avengers or a new people, and I mean, don't know.
All right, so let's go through the list. Obviously, Iron Man is dead.
Yeah.
Now we'll get to Iron Man in a little bit, but Iron Man
Mm-hmm.
is dead.
Yep.
Thor is off world taking care of a little girl. I
Yep.
think he's busy. Uh,
Chances are he
yeah.
is.
Doctor Strange, he's off universe. Last thing we saw of him.
Yeah, he's dimension hopping.
Hulk, sure, I'm fine with Hulk or She Hulk. I'm fine with either one of them. That they're available, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, She Hulk might
Uh-huh.
have a trial of some sorts to go to, but sure.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, I would put that him in
Yeah.
the Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Aquafina. I'm sure she's available too.
Would you put? I mean, you gotta kind of got a taste of Miss Marvel of having the young Avengers, so that might be a different crew with Miss
Yeah.
Marvel. But what other characters are still alive? Black Widow's dead.
Yeah, Black Widow's dead. The world's forgotten Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man is in a whole. I mean, not only forgotten, but Sony is being weird with the rights of that, and I think that might be
Um,
in hell for a while.
yeah. Well, I'm sure Madam Web is free.
and the three Spider Women that go with her.
Yeah, well, if they want to make this like Suicide Squad, then they have a bunch of bodies to throw.
um. So okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, they're always off planet, so I wouldn't depend on them.
Yeah. Oh, you might have some Eternals.
Yeah, they got nothing to
Yeah.
do.
Hmm.
But obviously, they're probably not going to get featured again. So it's like, okay, so you got Captain
Well,
America, you got Shang-Chi, you got a Hulk.
you got Rhodey.
Oh,
Rhodey
yeah,
could
yeah.
either be Rhodey could either be Iron Patriot or he could be the new Iron Man.
Ant-Man, I guess, could be come back, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the fan theory that Ant-Man is in a simulation and he never escaped. That's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that would
And
be amazing.
and who knows, maybe it is true after the box office fiasco the last one was.
So, it's just a matter of that of I don't know who's really there to become an Avengers, and I don't know because they're gonna try making the Young Avengers,
Yeah,
and
because
they're
Wanda and Vision,
yeah
we don't
Vision.
know exactly. Yeah, Vision is now emotionless white Vision, and Scarlet Witch after Doctor Strange.
I wouldn't
We
trust
don't
her.
know.
Yeah,
No, we don't know if she's dead or alive technically.
yeah, but I don't. I think it'd be very hard to trust her after that.
Hmm. Yeah, and we also know there's multi dimensions, so we don't know if somebody's going to cross over. Like, oh yeah, and we don't know if the new Black Panther, if she's going to be interested. And I seriously doubt General Ross is going to be able to talk Namor into joining the Avengers.
Yeah, and then of course we do have the Thunderbolts, which is in development hell. I don't know if that's happening anymore.
Yeah, well, it's Thunderbolts and Suicide Squad are kind of very similar to each other in a lot of ways.
So, um, there's let's keep going here. We got some more Disney news to go through. So we mentioned Iron
Okay.
Man, and
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man, of course. Robert Downey Jr. has said that he is absolutely open to come back as Iron Man in some sorts, which I think everyone's happy with. I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone was not happy with him as Iron Man. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think he's back after his tour de force in Oppenheimer. I think he's he could negotiate himself a really good deal, and I also think he probably do some good movies. I mean, because Doolittle was kind of disappointing.
yeah, I think they have to go back to the multiverse well for that. I don't want to then bring back Iron Man because that would
Yeah.
be devastatingly bad to ruin Endgame by by bringing him back somehow.
Uh-huh. Same way with bringing back Of course, we do have the new Black Widow.
So I'm getting 100% game for RDJ coming
Hmm.
back as Iron Man. He was great.
Yeah. Hmm. As an alternate. Of course, there's been rumors for years that Tom Cruise was going to be the another dimensional Iron Man, but who knows? And we did get to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic once, so
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
All right. So Toy Story 5 got announced. Here is a
Uh,
AI rendering of Toy Story 5. I think. I'm trying to get the AI rendering. Obviously, the AI is not very good today. It's combining a Buzz Lightyear with with Andy, not Andy. I want to assume that's Andy, but Buzz Lightyear
It
with
looks like an incel creeper.
yeah, taking on his phone and
Yeah, I want to see. They need the FBI needs to X-ray his backyard. Use ground penetrating radar. I bet you there's bodies.
so Woody and Buzz mixed here. So this AI, not all of them are winners, and the ones that are losers are kind of fun to make fun of, and it looks like a hazy dream.
Nightmare.
Yeah. So obviously, here's a better one from AI. This one makes some kind of sense. But no Buzz or Woody here. We get, another kid with their phone, which ultimately I think might actually be a big part of the story. I think they kind of have to go with that because I don't know where else they go with this. This is the fifth movie. We already had Buzz leave at the end of the fourth one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, don't care. They've gone to the well too many times. Uh, 4 was a downgrade from 3. I mean, it was fine, but it just wasn't as good as the first 3.
And after Lightyear's disappointment, I think Disney definitely wants if Toy Story 5 is not considered a success, by success I mean another $1 billion. I think Toy Story franchise is dead. But I mean,
Well, things aren't. Everything's not meant to be an endless franchise.
yeah,
And to be brutally honest, Buzz and Woody, these are characterizations of toys that kids today there is foreign to them as World War I slang is to us.
yeah.
There's nothing they're not relatable to them.
I mean, it made sense back then in the '90s, but that was kind of a retro kind of feel to it because
Even yeah. I mean, there were parents that could relate to this. I mean, the little kids who knew of this stuff is because their parents shared their toys with them. But now there's been 2 generations of parents who never played cowboys and Indians and never played with. I mean, they might have played with Star Wars toys, so that's somewhat relatable. But cowboys and westerns and that kind of toys, they haven't been popular in at least 60 years.
so I think that could be a decent plot thread, but it's just an obvious plot thread because, I mean, yes, kids still play with toys. I think kids will always play with toys to a degree, even 100 years from now. But it's a matter of the kind of toys that they represent will get different and change, and
Yeah, well, today kids want to make their toys.
yeah. So it's
With a computer.
yeah, it's I'm a defender of the fourth Toy Story, but I kind of feel like they had the great out at 3, and they pushed forward 4, and
I mean, I don't hate 4. I just
not necessary.
yeah, I think I would like it more if it wasn't technically a Toy Story movie.
Yeah. So Toy Story 5 is supposed to be releasing June 19th, 2026. So 2 years from now, that should be plenty of time to make that.
Yeah.
And we got some news on Moana, which, yeah, I really don't care for Moana. That's not Moana. That's Gumball. But no, okay, I love Moana 1. Moana 1 was fantastic. This is, right now, we're showing the video of Moana 2, which is a basic of all teasers with Moana, with the conch and the symbol here. And
Yeah.
Disney has gone kind of a little bit Moana crazy lately because they announced Moana 2 and then they didn't even get contracts on board until after they announced it. And then it's supposed to come out this Thanksgiving holiday. So,
Yeah.
Moana 2 is supposed to come out November 27th, 2024,
Mm-hmm.
which we really only this trailer just came out in 2 months ago. So, I guess that's enough time, but barely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Disney. They're really like thinking, oh, we don't have to advertise really anymore. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, they're really waiting to the last minute. It's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're cocky from the year they had $9 billion movies.
And Moana live action is apparently happening as well, which is supposed to come out on July 10th, 2026, which a month after Toy Story 5. And look, I love Moana 1. I gave Moana 1, I think, a 10 out of 10, and the 3D was incredible. But the fact that they're really pushing this as a live action and a Moana 2 within a couple years of
On
each
top,
other.
on top of each other, and cannibalize. I mean, Disney's cannibalizing themselves.
It just feels desperate.
Yeah,
It was like the last big original
yeah,
property.
yeah. I can't argue with that. I mean, it just feels like really. I mean, it doesn't feel. I mean, who knows? It may surprise me. I mean, Aladdin surprised me. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But to be fair, I'm not a big fan of the original. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought Robin Williams gave a great performance, but it was just too racist for me.
So,
Um,
yeah.
and I thought Will Smith did a remarkable job stepping into Robin Williams' shoes,
Yeah.
and he did it by not being Robin Williams. And
So,
Guy Ritchie was an inspired choice to direct it. And I know I'll get hate because, everybody likes to dump on the live action Disney animated versions, the live action ones. But some of them are good and some of them are not so good. And I'm hoping for Moana to be good. But really, this soon? I mean, that just seems.
it feels like they're skipping ahead. And, the movies that they should remake in live action, if they're going to go through the 90s, you might as well go to the 2000s and have Treasure Planet, which is not a great movie, but it could become a great movie, and it would be awesome to see this in live action.
Yeah, but after what Strange World, I don't think they're going to go do a sci-fi. I
But
mean, Disney's track on sci-fi has been pretty abysmal,
and
money wise.
another 2000s one was Atlantis. Again, not a great movie. I consider it maybe a good 6 out of 10, but definitely has room to breathe to become a better movie.
Oh,
And
if they're gonna remake something, why don't they remake Song of the South and make it less racist?
yeah,
Just saying.
let me find that. Since Disney won't show you that, yeah, we could show you that. Oh, Disney's probably going to copyright the flag this anyway. Uh, but yeah, you can make this not racist and, make it work. Sure. But
Oh, what I would do is I would get rid of the plantation story and just do the Uncle Remus Tales.
yeah, I guess the point that we both have is, why is Moana getting skipped ahead when there's other movies that Disney could remake in live action that could be, we can remake movies that are not that great and make them great instead of making great movies live action because you want money.
Well, it's because they want money, and they are probably jumping on The Rock because he's had a few. They probably see him as he's still got box office, but he's had a few box office flops, and they probably got him at a good price.
So,
and I hope they make money. I hope they're great movies. I do not root against movies, but I'm like, okay,
try harder.
yeah.
All right, let's keep going here.
Mm-hmm.
So we got news for a new Tron movie.
Uh,
All right, so this is AI rendering of Tron 3. I think this actually of the AI rendering is not bad. What do you
well,
think?
it's mostly in shadow, so yeah, it looks like a shadowy figure with bright neon.
So, Tron Ares is scheduled to come out October 10th, 2026, on my birthday in 2 years. And Tron Legacy made like 400 million. Now here's another picture of AI generated Tron 3. Not bad. Not bad. Pink, pink in there.
Yeah, but the face is completely shadowed in.
Yeah, but I could imagine this being like a decent kind of template of what you could expect from Tron Legacy. Now,
Yeah, Tron Legacy. That's what they should call it. Or
so
Tron Cash Cow.
so I guess the question is, what are your thoughts on the Tron movies?
First one was whoa, and the effects still kind of hold up. Second one was it's yeah, it's okay. Uh, I just hope they have somebody who's got a real vision and a good idea.
And Tron Legacy was 3D. I thought the 3D kind of sucked when I watched that, but maybe it was just
Yeah,
my viewing of it.
yeah, I didn't think the 3D was anything remarkable.
So I think Tron 1 was I like the concept of the idea of the movie, but the actual movie I thought was boring. And then Tron Legacy, I thought it was slow and boring.
Yeah,
And bad.
like Tron. I can't watch it at home. I mean, it really needs to be seen on a big screen.
I just feel like they never really develop what's going on. You're in this video game, okay, cool. We've seen that before with like Wreck-It Ralph, and it's just like, okay, I guess, but
Well, Tron was you got to remember this came out way before Wreck-It Ralph
yeah.
So, and that's when I saw it. So it wasn't like I came back to Tron. I had seen Tron, then the other stuff. So Tron was like the first.
Yeah.
And I just think, and the thing is, cinema did what it's supposed to do. Built on the shoulders of greatness and surpassed it. I mean, that's the way things are supposed to be.
So I am just like, why are you trying with this? Give it up. It wasn't much that big of a hit back then. I mean, 400 million isn't that much. Isn't that bad?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's not that great either. So meh.
Yeah, and I can't imagine Jeff Bridges being interested.
Oh yeah, I'd rather they just start a whole new story and just forget about Tron. The
I
whole
just rather
story.
they let's do a computer generated whole new story and do something else
Yeah, agree 100% there.
instead of trying to keep renewing copyrights and trademarks.
And Ares is the god of war, right?
War,
Mars.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, the Greek god of war.
yeah, I guess I don't know how that works out. I mean,
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, Or it could be something else. I mean, who knows? I mean,
All right, so let's keep going here. We got Disney confirming a new Star Wars movie. Now this one, Mandalorian and Grogu. This is a shot from the TV show, not from the movie. And this is coming out on May 22nd, 2026. And talk about losing the thread there with Disney, because they definitely had something with The Mandalorian. And I think most people got really pissed off at season 3. I gave up on season 2. I thought how ended on season 2 ended perfectly for me, and you would have had a great, short, good show in season 2. But apparently they decided to mix season 3 with some different things inside of the Boba Fett TV show, and it just upset a lot of people. So, 2026 is going to be a long time away from the debut of the TV show. So I kind of think if they would have done this...
I didn't even know there was a third season.
If they would have done this, they should have done this already. They lost the
Yeah.
boat. That this should have been...
Hell, I wouldn't be. When I was a kid, they used to do this, put movies out of TV shows, but they were episodes of the TV shows combined to make a movie.
So, yeah.
And that's what this feels like. I mean, who knows? Maybe it is. That's one way Disney can save money.
And like The Mandalorian, I actually really love the first 2 seasons. I think it's really good. It's probably one of the best Star Wars TV shows. I know a lot of people say Andor is better. I just given up on Star Wars, so I'm not going to watch Andor. I don't care. Which I know people are like, oh my god, you gotta... Yeah, no, I'm done. The prequels sucked, and the sequels are different kind of suck.
Well, someday I may see some of this stuff, but right now I'm too busy. Too busy surviving and doing physical therapy.
So yeah, I think they totally missed it, and it's just gonna be way too late to care. And are they just gonna not have like season 4, or gonna just spread that out to make sure that you don't, it's gonna be hard to also have, are just gonna have like a recap at the beginning of the movie, just in case you haven't seen the first 3 or 4 seasons of Mandalorian. Here's everything you need to know, which they got bogged down with adding Boba Fett and having just it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that they're still sticking to their guns and calling him Grogu instead of what everybody else calls him, Baby Yoda.
I mean, Baby Yoda definitely is a moneymaker. You see that merch everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. I mean, he's kind of replaced the Minions and memes and stuff.
Yeah. So, we did get confirmation of Shang-Chi Chu. This is art from the first one. So I'm game. Definitely game for that.
Yeah. I like Shang-Chi a lot. I thought it was one of the best Marvel movies in years. And that bus fight, wow.
The 3D was really good too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and it also had a great cast.
So, I'm 100% game for a sequel to Shang-Chi.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, I doubt they're going to get Tony Leung again, but God, I hope. And Michelle Yeoh, I would hope. But if they don't, well, I mean, yeah, I liked that a lot.
Don't have a release date for that, but definitely I'm game for that. That's one of
yeah, best news so far today.
Yeah. Okay, we got some news on Sonic 3, which Sonic movies are good.
I'm actually kind of excited about some of the stuff I'm hearing about Sonic 3.
So, Shadow the Hedgehog has been confirmed to be voiced by the one and only Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Which, Keanu Reeves is awesome, so...
Yeah. No notes. Perfect. And I've seen some pictures of Jim Carrey as Robotnik.
Is he coming back? I wasn't sure if he was.
Yeah!
Okay,
he's
great.
Coming back. Or
Now,
at least the news reports are saying he is. Maybe they're trying to shame him into doing it. But hey, if the pictures are any, it's gonna look like he's gonna have a blast, and it's gonna look like a return to form and awesome.
so Shadow the Hedgehog, I kind of feel like is a super gothy, super cringy character. I never really like him at all. So that's going to be interesting to see him on as a major character because he's just kind of the goth Sonic, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the storylines are really weird and it's like cloning and it's just overly goth and it's just ugh. So, but Keanu Reeves, I have faith in Keanu Reeves being awesome. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the main reason I rate Toy Story 4 as high as I do.
oh yeah, because he was in there.
Yep. Yes, I Canada.
All right, let's keep going here. So we got some box office news. Godzilla X Kong New Empire is a pretty good hit.
Woohoo!
Made 440 million worldwide, and 280 about international, 160 domestic. This is from Box Office Mojo. So that's a really damn good for
I
about a
would say we're getting another one.
absolutely. And I think that yeah, we both really like this movie.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think it's like staying number one, number two. Yeah, it was number two last weekend, after Civil War. But
yeah.
it definitely is a big
It's
hit.
still it's got legs. It's making money. It's a crowd pleaser. And if you get a chance to see it in 3D, go see it in 3D if you haven't already.
So,
And oh yeah, and after that, go see Civil War.
and another thing, Dune is a huge hit. Dune 2,
Mm-hmm.
600.
Yeah, yeah. I know people that actually they didn't go see Dune 1, but they seen Dune 2.
Which I haven't seen either. I'm interested, but the 2 hour 46 is kind of taunting a lot, but I've heard it good. I heard good.
Yeah, I would have probably already seen it if it was in 3D.
Yeah. And we're kind of not sure if Dune 3 was going to happen, but I definitely think Warner Brothers is
Yeah, I think
happy.
they're definitely going to do Dune Messiah.
So,
So
yeah.
Denis is going to get his trilogy. I think that's safe to say.
I mean, there's like how many books? Like six or something? Seven, eight? I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
he was wanting to do a trilogy and do Dune Messiah because those are the main books.
So, that's good. It's good to have some new big franchises, some new big movies that are different. And people are like, oh,
Hmm.
it's all superhero movies. Well, Dune and Godzilla are not superhero movies. They're very different for superhero movies. And Marvel,
Yeah, and I really, uh, I'm just happy that Dune is back in the public consciousness and is got up there and I mean the books are interesting. It's about what if the human race decided to get rid of computers. I mean that's and have technology but without computers.
now, wasn't Dune like the inspiration to a lot of fantasy and sci-fi for like decades?
Yep.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's bits of uh Dune in Star Wars even.
All right. The last thing here is the freshest of fresh stuff here. Um,
Ah.
this is just came out today, recording a couple hours ago, fresh, super fresh. This is the trailer to um, Transformers One, which I will have a picture of right now. Yeah. What do you think of Transformers One?
If you try to make me review this, I will quit.
You hate it?
Hate it.
Okay. Why?
It's Transformers.
I actually kind of like it. Um,
It was cliched. It was stupid. Uh, I'm like, why are they doing an animated movie when they're 90% animated anyway? The movie Bumblebee has spoiled me. That's what I expect from a Transformers movie now. This is not it. This is just hack-eyed. It's cliched. I mean, the character designs look neat.
okay. I'm
I mean,
positive to this. I disagree. I liked the idea of, all right, just go full animated instead of having live action and have it, go on their planet and get to know these characters beforehand. And then I like the animation style a lot. I think it's really good.
oh yeah, the animation's great. Uh, I should have watched this trailer without sound.
Um, I don't really care about canon, so I'm game to whatever movie the movie wants to show us that I'm fine with because
I know this dialogue was cringe, cliched, hack-eyed. I was like, uh, and I'm like going, really, really? I mean, didn't you learn any? Well, I guess they did learn from Bumblebee, and it's because it didn't make a ton of money. Which shame on you, film goers. This is why we can't have nice things.
so not Bumblebee. Transformers 1 is scheduled to release this September, and it's a little bit weird about 3D because all the different indications were that this was definitely 3D, but then the trailer didn't mention 3D, and the CinemaCon, a lot of people were saying, the shots, the video they saw of Transformers 1 dazzled with eye-popping 3D. It's like, oh, wonderful. That's like the headline. Awesome. And, they didn't mention that on the poster here. They don't have it in the trailer. But
Well, the 3D could mean the CGI.
the impression I got was that it was stereoscopic. And then Real 3D did mention it on their X/Twitter account. So I'm going to count this as a 3D release, at least for now.
Okay.
I think it's enough information there to kind of say that. And this is scheduled to come out on September 13th, 2024. So this September.
Yeah. Thanks for the warning.
Friday the 13th, of course.
Oh, that's just the cherry on top. Perfect. Only thing that would have made it better if it was if a Hotel Transylvania movie was coming out and a Minions movie.
So, I guess I'm positive because it looks like what I would want a Transformers movie to be, which would be animated and just not have humans. So it has no animated, no humans, and then it's on its own planet, and it looks like a dumb fun movie. I'm game for this. I might review this instead.
Good.
Which, I haven't seen the other Transformers movies, recent ones. I reviewed the last couple. I was like, I'm going to take a break. And I guess I took the wrong time to take a break because you said the Bumblebee is great, and I never watched that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it never got a 3D home video release. Now, somebody's told me that there's a really good bootleg available, which I may start hunting up some of the bootlegs and hope that I don't get one of those dumb ones like the Gladiator bootleg, which was nothing but the whole screen was popped back. So it was flat, but like those German conversions. Oh, God.
So I'm game for this. I'm interested in this, and I skipped the other one, The Rise of the Beasts, but I heard that was actually pretty good too compared to the other ones. So I've missed all the quote unquote really good ones. So I am all right. I think I'm ready to jump back in and see about see this. So hey, I'm definitely game.
Cool.
All right, so that is going to be it for the main show. Now, stick around, patrons, for your bonus features. Now, I'm going to give y'all non-patrons a little bit of a tease but what we're going to talk about. And we're going to talk about some 420 movies, because 420 is around the corner from us right now. And movies that would be good in 3D. So if you're a patron, you're going to be able to watch that. If you're not a patron, you're not going to know what we're going to talk about. So just as a good little tease, you can be a patron for as little as $1 a month. $1 a month. I'm not asking you to be a billionaire. Or $5 a month if you want to really be nice and generous. And, that's just a little tease. So that's going to be it for the main show, the 3D Show 119. YouTube, I hope you guys like this new format. I'm trying to make it more interesting. Having the pictures and the video. I wonder if the copyright flag is going to get all pissy about it, but we'll see. All right, that's going to be it for us. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Before this podcast wraps up, I want to thank my super VIP patrons. Thank you, MK Ultra, Gravity Head Zero, and Tervante Classics. You can find 3D or 2D on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, and more. Just look for 3D or 2D. Links are in the info box. If you want to send us listener mail, our email address is email3dortwo@gmail.com. Thank you for either listening or watching this podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.